Hi, and welcome to Ask Better Questions with Alonzo Kelly. One of the first things that I get asked about when I am consulting with organizations on workplace conflict as it relates to communication, you should know that I interpret as, are the employees being professional or are they being petty? Today's topic, we're going to talk about the difference between being petty and being professional in the context of you and your behavior, and a few questions for you to examine before you engage in that conversation. There are 4 questions that you should ask yourself as it relates to the comments you are going to make to your coworkers. Who, what, when, and how. Who, what, when, and how. The definition of petty is to be trivial or to be of less importance. You can see a lot of people using hashtag petty on their post when they acknowledge from the beginning that what they are about to share with you is trivial. If you think about it in the workplace, none of us are fans of conflict rooted in gossip or petty material. So here's a couple things I'd like for you to ask yourself before you engage in that social conversation. And by social, I mean in the break room, outside the water fountain, or at lunch. 1, are you talking about a person or an event? The reason that that's important is because if you're talking about a person, then I'm going to ask you, is that person someone you work with or work next to? And the root of what you're saying, does that contribute to learning or growth for that individual or to the person that you're talking to? For example, if your comments have anything related to do how they're dressed or what you know they enjoy doing in their free time, and you work for an organization that is there to serve the community or to make sales, I would ask you if your comment about their dress is petty or professional. Does how they dress get in the way of the organization growing or the person you're talking to learn more about how they can help contribute to the organization? The second question you should ask yourself is, when you are engaged in this conversation, are you doing it to seek information or are you doing it to satisfy some selfish curiosity? Again, are you seeking information or are you doing it to satisfy selfish curiosity? I'm sure you can relate to conversations you've been in with another person, or maybe you are the root of it, where you talked about a person's opinion expressed in a meeting, or your experience with them outside of the workplace to someone who has no relationship with them at all outside the workplace. Again, definition of petty is trivial or of less importance. Think about that before you engage in that conversation. And then finally, and this is an important one, which is why myself and other consultants get called into the organization, are you willing to defend your expressed comment to your supervisor, or are you happy that it may show up on your performance evaluation? In other words, the comments that you make publicly about someone with whom you work next to or side by side with, are you comfortable defending those exact words to your supervisor and or comfortable with them being in your performance evaluation? That is one of the biggest triggers for me to introduce to you on whether or not what you are doing is petty or professional. I wanted you to see it before you see it because one of the contributing factors to workplace conflict is this specific conversation. Again, who, what, when, and how should be very important questions you ask yourself that your contribution to this conversation should be answering. If what you're saying about another person or an event is trivial or of less importance to the organizational goal, then I would actually ask yourself, are you being petty right now? And then finally, are you comfortable defending your expressed opinion to your immediate supervisor or on your performance evaluation? I'm hoping that this contributed to the next social conversation you find yourself at work and keeps people like me out of the workplace to address workplace conflict as it relates to communication. Thanks for watching this episode of Ask Better Questions. I look forward to seeing you next time. Find full episodes of Ask Better Questions with Alonzo Kelly online at WHBY.com. I invite you to find me on Twitter at KLGLLC and on Facebook, Kelly Leadership Group LLC. Thanks for watching this episode. We'll see you again soon.